sometimes. Yeah, the end. Got to end it all on the weekend. Sorry that I feel that way sometimes. Sorry that I feel that way sometimes. Oh, oh, yeah. You don't really wanna know me. Hanging in the corner with a nose. High on whatever they sold me. That's the old me, yeah. 6 years later trying to find me. Still trying to figure out the line piece. Looking for the love inside me, inside me.
Okay. So, welcome to the stream, guys. A bit of a change in the format of the, especially with the camera. I hope it's not going to be too much. Getting used to. So, just going to have to be adjusting a little bit here and there. Right now, we're actually going through the CPI release. CPI news release. So if you can just give me a second, let me just put check this thing out. SPY, check it out. What's happening? It's broken that 400 and it just literally launched itself to 414. So very, very positive. Market's taking is really positively the result of the numbers. So pretty decent numbers. I'll check it in a minute, but you know, it's telling you that the price action itself is telling you, yeah, it's a pretty decent numbers that they were expecting. Maybe better than they were expecting. So that's what I'm watching. CPI just released, and within a few minutes, actually, it went from 401 all the way to 414. So that's gonna get choppy a little bit. Let it calm down. We're gonna make sure it calms down, and then later there might be some opportunities on it. So that's the SPY. That's the market we're talking about. But as you can see from the daily. Let's have a look if we got the stream full on. Yep, seems like it. Seems like it, yes sir. Camera looks okay. So there's a lot of pressure coming in now. A lot of aggressive selling probably from this move, this is why you just sort of be very careful with huge, strong moves, because we're going to get that big, massive rejection from these kind of moves. But it's not over yet. We'll see what it does around after half an hour or so. So let's share the stream in our social media and Discord. Where can I? Okay, here we go. So okay, let's have a look at the studio. Okay, here we go. What's up, Srinka? What's up? Morning, buddy. Welcome to stream. I wasn't watching the chat. Just give me a sec. Yeah. Get your coffee, buddy. I have got my coffee ready to rock and roll. Let's do this. Let me just put these numbers here. Go to chat. Right, so here we go. So that's working fine. So stream settings, low latency. Oh damn it, I can't change that. That is not good. My face is being covered by the logo. I have to move the camera around. I don't think it's gonna work. Log camera is open, so let's just move this around. Okay, so that should be okay. Okay, that's better. But our logo is there. How do I get rid of that logo? I'm gonna get rid of this. That's a subscribe logo. Okay, that could stay there. No problem. Okay. Fine. What's up, bruh? Sup, Oasis. Welcome, buddy. How you doing? We are getting started. CPI numbers just came in. Apparently, it was good. It was quite positive when it comes to price action, but it's drifting down now. So, it went from 401s all the way to 414s, the SPY. Yeah, and now it's basically sort of a lot of profit taking coming in. This is why I don't trust things that move like this. It's always a big pullback or, huge profit taking comes in, and then you get this massive drop after these kind of big moves. But I think it will settle down, and if this is the main move, then we might see some more follow through coming in. But again, this is very true to we are still looking like we will be in a bull market, but just bear in mind that it actually attacked that 410s and broke through it and then came back under it. So I would still consider that 410 or at least an area of 4. If it stays over 4, yeah, it's got to stay over 410 for me to call anything on it. So let's see. Hopefully today is going to be the day that it stays over 410s. And that's when we can say that, yes, bull market is on its peak. Right? So, what was I going to check in a minute? Yeah, let's just check this out. Okay. Copy this, paste it. Copy this. Yeah, it wants to basically bounce off of that VWAP, as you can see, the SPY, and it looks quite strong. Look at these wicks. I think those might be fake, but they might be, yeah, just that. It's very strange, these wicks, especially this one here. So there wasn't much volume there. That might be fake, but this can't be fake. So very interesting. So now if this goes, then what happens to Bitcoin? Does that bounce as well? Well, as you can see, yes, it does. They never used to be, Bitcoin never used to be correlated to SPY. Somehow it's related to, correlated to SPY now for a while. So we might be seeing some sort of a bounce coming in on Bitcoin as well from here onwards. So hopefully silver has survived. And SPY carries on. I think he did, if I'm not mistaken. He did sell. I think wrong timing. Yeah, a lot of people actually have. So. Okay, let's. I've already prepared the watch list. I just need to wait for the pre-market gappers to appear. we got some here. So NCPL is gapping up nicely, holding just close to 3. 3 on these stocks could be very, very strong levels. If it breaks that and it stays over it, then it stays strong. And if it stays under it, that usually means fade off. But it's not as simple as that. But usually 3 could be very, very deciding number basically later on. So that's NCPL. We're going to keep an eye on that. ACMR was gapping up, but not much of a not much of a volume. I kept it so that if it brings volume, then I'm going to keep it. Otherwise, I was going to remove it. So later on, I might remove this. Doesn't look that great. APVO, the reason I kept it is because I'm not going to be trading it. I want to update this on this one, the trade that I took yesterday. Unfortunately, on this trade, I took everything at under 490, sorry, right there, last batch. Usually I do have a runner, but since this stock had moved literally from 720s, a pre-market basically, all the way, well, actually 770s, right, pre-market, all the way to 5, under 5s. That's huge percentage move, right? So I just didn't want to have any runner on it. Usually I'll keep this last batch and then just let it run. Now, if I had done that, I probably would have exited somewhere here. Maybe not. I'm not gonna lie. I might not have exited this. I'm wrong. Sorry. I might have kept it. I was thinking this one broke the high of that, which it didn't. So I probably would have been in this one and probably ended up right there somewhere, closing it here. But that's fine. Great trade. No matter what. So I'm not gonna touch this again. It's done and dusted. APVO, great trade yesterday. So AMAM, AMAM was also a really decent trade. You saw the chart on this one. I got wicked out of this here. I was actually about to take some here. I couldn't, and then that probably affected me. And then I got wicked out. I normally don't keep my stop, especially if something is winning. Not like this. This is kind of like a middle finger wick. If you can notice this, the price action is like, okay, you know, that's your, you notice that? So a nice little tiny middle finger wicks me out and then goes to my second partial, which would have been great if I had hit my second partial. So it didn't. Nevertheless, it just comes back again and takes everybody else out as well. So that was also a decent trade. I'm not gonna lie. Big FU, exactly. Yeah, it did. I knew that as well, and I was like so. I was like such a dumb thing to do. I told people not to use mental stops on these kind of things that are running, and at least use previous swings that are like, for example, this rejection is strong, so that is your level now. If not, in this case, 3 was the level, you know, quite clearly. I think because APVO was a great trade, and I thought, okay, well, I'm just gonna tighten the stop. In fact, I put the hard stop and it whipped me out before I canceled it. Hold on, guys. Just 5 minutes. Yeah? I don't know. 2 minutes.
I know.
All right. Sorry, y'all. Okay. So, yeah, that was it. And today also on AM, we could watch this, we could keep this because it hasn't really sort of drifted down all the way to the beginning of the move. So we might see some action on this one, but the volume is died down already relative to the first day, the crazy day. Today is still good. Yesterday was still good, but today we might not have even this volume that we saw yesterday. So I'm gonna leave it alone. If it starts to pop, I'll keep it on the side. Volume over the pre-market and post-market still is there. So that's kind of sign that it still wants to do something. But as you can see, the clarity and the pre-market yesterday was much better than today's. So I'm thinking if it does start to pop towards 290s, 3s again, I might short the pop on this one. But again, as I said before, if I do that, I probably wouldn't call it because it can be a bit dangerous to short the pops if you are not very fast with your fingers and with your responses. So that's that. And let's have a look at the other gappers. What do we have? Okay. NCPL we already have, I believe. INDP. Let's have a look at INDP. What's INDP doing? No, it's done. That's why I didn't put it. INDP was done. VTYX. What's happening with this one? This is just, this doesn't normally have huge volume, but it's moved quite a bit. What's the reason behind it? It doesn't look like an acquisition. It doesn't look like it. So what is it? Let me know if you know about this VTYX. I'm just going to put that on gappers. But I doubt that I'm going to be trading it the way it's trading. ACMR we looked at. Let's have a look at NFE. Not enough volume. Bulls. Bulls is also gapping up really nicely from yesterday's close. I believe was here. 27.38 to 30. Oh, huge gap though. We're talking about 12%, 15%, something like that. Bulls. Okay, we are getting somewhere. Bulls, dude. SOXL, that's an ETF, right? SOXL. SOXL is an ETF. I forgot which ETF was it. So this is pretty much SPY basically, as you can see. This is just this, yeah, same thing. And that's pretty much it from the gap downs. I don't want to look at the gap downs because it's hard to trade, but that's what I have for the gap ups. Now, let's have a look at the others. Okay. So for the gap ups at the moment, we are seeing NCPL looking really decent. Number level 3 could be interesting. Watch that if you can. But what's the oh, is that earnings? So this is good, guys. The catalyst might be really good on this one. So I'm gonna start to look for longs on this one. if I can. NCPL volume we have on this one is about 5 million right now, which is not too bad at all. It almost looks like a after the market open trading. Look at this, beautiful. So quite a bit. In fact, it might get a bit crowded with this much volume, but since it's $3 stock, shouldn't do that unless it goes over 10 million pre-market and stuff like that. So, but that looks good actually. So yeah, it looks good. VTYX, the volume didn't pick up. If it does, we'll keep an eye on that. ACMR, again, volume, no volume. And it needs to pick up. I'm not interested until it picks up. Bulls. Is this an ETF as well? This might be an ETF, yeah. It might be an ETF. I'm going to remove this. It's related to SPY, basically, the market. The market's gapping up, and that's what's showing anyways. AM, I am keeping just in case we have any pops and then drops. That's the idea behind it. Now, the main watch list. SPY basically is attacking that 410s and it's over that. This move, huge parabolic move, brought in a really decent amount of pullback, really. Nice, aggressive, decent. That's a huge profit taking in my opinion. And then just on the VWAP bounces and then carries on. We might see some chop coming in now. Around this 410 level is huge. And are we receiving this volume coming in now? Which means, is there any other news coming in? So it's going to fight that 410s. Once it breaks that, I think that's SPY is going to look good. Dude, hey buddy, what you doing? My little one is knocking on the door. Easy, easy. We have huge numbers on, I believe, on 410s. There will be a lot of scalp going on this one as well on SPY. I think on ES is going to be more better opportunities if anybody's going to scalp this thing. E-minis basically. So yeah, that's your E-minis right about 4136. Yeah, nice breaking. Much clearer as you can see. Ooh. It just takes out any number it sees. It's not bothered by any numbers. Okay, let's keep SPY. They're pretty much similar anyways. Okay. So on this, on the main watch list, I have EH. EH has been moving since its earnings report about a week or two ago, and it just moved. Yesterday was a crazy move. It actually moved from yesterday, the other day's close 740s all the way to 1150s. Huge move. Now, this might be a good, decent opportunity for shorts. To be honest, it's already drifting down. I would have really liked some volume here to short it, but there's no volume, and that's why I didn't short it. But I'm looking for shorting opportunities on this one for a nice, decent move to the downside. So EH I'm keeping, but don't ignore the fact that if it starts to rise above that, what is the yesterday's close, 1012, which is basically right there. 1050 is a better area, I think, in my opinion. 1050s. If it stays over, again, VWAP is there, 200 is there, and then 1050 level. So if it stays over that, it could actually go for another round, but I don't think it has that strength to carry on. So I'm looking for shorts on that. RENT, again, earnings mover. Be very careful if you're going to short these, but since it's done is quite a bit of move, expect a bit of a pullback coming in. So again, looking for shorting opportunities. SMMT yesterday, SMMT, I wanted to short this thing for quite some time now, and the day that it actually went down is the one that I missed. But there is a good reason behind that. I didn't need to trade this because the volume was very low on it. As you can see, yesterday, yes, it did move from 4s all the way to 280s, but look at the volume. We're talking about 9 million volume for a $3 stock. That's nothing. And that's why I'm happy that I missed it, because that would have been a big stress. I just don't like to trade those illiquid stocks. So SMMT is, in my opinion, done for a while. So we're just going to move that. And Doku. Guys, Doku is also, remember I was mentioning about this one on this day here, when it was earnings release day. I believe it this day, yeah. This is the day I kept it, but I couldn't trade it. But next day, actually the following day after the earnings release, it started to respect this trend line and then never closed above it. So next day, however, it actually broke that trend line. 50-50 was at that level as well, and it just broke it. And then we have quite a bit of entries there. If we could have taken the second day continuation, but we didn't. Really decent trade from earnings on Doku yesterday. But today is breaking multi-days of breakout. So basically we are trading at 57s around here. So we've got huge multi-months breakout happening right now. We could see some follow through to that, but since it's moved from 42s all the way to 58s now, it's huge. It's huge without any pullback. So do expect a bit of a pullback if you're going to trade them. All right. I'm just going to go through the watch list quickly, and then I'll go back to the questions, or if you have anything, guys. I'll look at the chat in a minute. All right, so Doku. CJJD. This is a Chinese stock as well. It's doing really well. It's moved from 2 all the way to 8s. Yesterday was huge for it. Moved from I would say 4s all the way to 8s. 100% move. Absolutely crazy. Going nuts. 100% move in one day, and then the previous day was also almost 100% move. Actually more than 100%. So every day is doing 100% moves for the past 2-3 days. It's time to short this thing, right? I'm just joking about CJJD. I mean, if there is an opportunity for shorting, I would take it. I would rather short it than to long it at this point, because at this point, if I long it, although it's gapping down, I'm still chasing it. So that's why I say I'm a bit short biased on this. Momo. Again, this is also one of those earnings plays. I was actually taking this trade, specifically this specific trade 620, but I missed it. Right there was my level. I mentioned it in the stream as well. If you remember, 620 break, guys, it could run, and it did. It never looked back. So it did run first day, and then the second day, look at that. Second day was much better entry. Much beautiful move. So this turned out to be a really decent earnings play as well, by the way, OSS. I'm just looking at how much they have given us. Huge potential. I mean, that's why you swing this. If you had caught something like this on the first day, that's why it has huge potential. You could be losing 10 trades, but if you get one trade right, which is, we usually catch in earnings season about 5 to 10 of these, and if you can catch 2-3 of these, it's going to wipe out like 10-15 losers back to back. So that's why I swing these things. It has huge potential. Now Momo, what am I gonna do? It's just in the middle of nowhere. I'm just gonna keep it. Volume is dying down. I might not trade it, guys. Momo is gonna be difficult, so I might even take it out. The reason I'm keeping it is because I have it on the earnings. Actually, let me take it off from the main watch because I have it on the earnings anyways. PHVS. PHVS. Yesterday, PHVS went also crazy, breaking this level here and then just chopped around. Not an easy move though, not an easy thing to trade at all. It was very difficult to trade, and I didn't trade it, but whoever traded it, it would have been difficult. So, goes up to yesterday's highs, 1050s, and then completely rejects from it, okay? See the difference in price action, guys? Over here, choppy, 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 and also nice and stable move from here. Once it starts to go parabolic a little bit, and then the directional changes, right? So this one was clearly a reversal instead of a pullback. That's how you notice volume picking up on the move down, and also the move itself is quite scary. So yeah, that was a good rejection. Just keeping it just in case if it starts to bounce again. This is also one of those like Momo. It's in the middle of nowhere. If anything, I would like to short it, to be honest, as long as it stays under 9. So here's the deal. I'm getting everything, almost everything short biased. Am I crazy? Almost all my, apart from NCPL, which is gapping up. Look at that, LCPL. I should have taken that on the break of 3. I was planning to, but it will give us more opportunities. But this one has quite a decent opportunity for it to run. The volume is good. The catalyst behind it is good. It's a nice gap and go setup. It could run. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. Yeah, I'll trade that. But the rest of the bunch of stocks that I have, almost all of them are short biased. Very interesting. Not necessarily on a gap. It's just the I feel like whatever I have on my watch list, there's no big names. Remember, there's no big names. If there were big names on this, let's say for example Apple. Let's have a look at Apple daily and the intraday. Looks quite strong. It's a gap, and it's holding its gap. It looks kind of good. So I'll be careful shorting this thing unless it starts to actually take out the crucial levels. In this case, 148.50. Especially if SPY starts to take this level out, which is 407s, right? Apart from that, big names, I will not. I'll be careful. Big names shorting it. Because the market has taken a good positive reaction to the numbers. Okay, so these are usually a bigger catalyst, and during the day, this whole move usually lasts. So I'm not gonna go against that. But the watch list today I have, unfortunately, is most of them are mid to low caps, which has nothing to do with what SPY does. When I say nothing, I shouldn't say nothing. A little bit, but not much, as it's going to affect our trade. So I'm going to stay short biased on my watch list and see what happens. And let me just post the watch list, guys. Anything you guys see that I don't see on the gappers? Hold on. NCPL, we have INDP. We had a look at that. ACMR, we had a look at SOXL. That's all ETF for the market related. Anyway, so what were we talking about? Question. What what do you look for? Okay, so Snicker is asking, what do I look for in making a watch list? I'll cover that in a minute. I started using 50 EMA instead of 200, and I feel like I got more profit with it. 50 EMA against 200. They both are good EMAs to keep on your intraday charts, definitely. Those are mostly common use. 200 has more strength, I believe. And also, 200 is like a long-term trend trend gauge on your chart, 200 EMA. But anyways, so if the volume is over 1 million, then I should keep an eye on it. Look, if you're watching something, let me just give you a brief idea of what you should be watching for a watch list, okay? Number one is, did the stock do a good amount of range? Good amount of range than its usual range. Say for example, you have $2 range stock that's all of a sudden doing $5 range, $3, $4 range, way more than its usual range. That is number one clue to keep it on the watch list. The second one you want to keep an eye on is, the volume. Just mash those two together. I'm not going to complicate. There's more things to it, but I'm trying to keep it very simple for you, Snicker, right? Because you're just starting out. So what we want is the range, right? Something unusual rather than a normal price action, okay? 2 is we want volume to be also picking up than usual, right? Let's say, for example, we had 2 million volume. All of a sudden, it's trading at 10 million, right? Then that is something we call it in play. That's what you hear all the time. Is it in play? Otherwise, it's not on my watch list. Okay. So let's keep it simple. I'm not going to go through the details. Obviously, it's going to just make you crazy. But those two things, make sure you keep an eye on them. Average of the average range and also average volume. I'm giving you an example of what I have, for example. Let's give you an example, okay? Why did I have EH on my watch list? Have a look at the daily. This is our daily chart, okay? And this is a reversion for YB Elite, maybe. YB Elite knows this anyways. There's videos about it. So this is the day that it actually did. Look at this previous volume, right? Look at this previous volume. And all of a sudden, this day, massive range compared to what it does. Massive range, right? We're talking from 4s all the way to 6s. That's 50% move. Usually it does about 5%, 7%, 10%. This is 50% move, right? Now that's range, right? And now look at the volume. Look at the volume. 10 times what is trading. Usually, almost 10 times. I'm just giving you a rough idea, right? So now, over here, this day you might have missed. Maybe you haven't missed. This day you have missed, let's say. Next day you're going to come back to EH and say, look, this is in play. I'm going to keep it on my watch list. This is a prime example of that. And it continues to stay on watch list for the next week or so. Right? Everything I'm showing you here. Look at this. Usual price action, massive change in the price action, and the massive change in the volume. So hopefully that makes sense there, Snicker. Anyways, guys, I'm too excited for the football. Let's go. Or soccer. Soccer. Too excited for the soccer, baby. Argentina, let's go. Oh, Argentina. Oh, Messi. Anyways, so that's did I actually post the watch list or not? Let me post it, guys. If I haven't, I think I haven't. So let me just post it here on my Discord. Watch list posted. Check the watch list. and do your own due diligence as well on this. I would have gone through a really nice explanation of resistance and support. What are they? You know, but I might put off a video, a brief information about it, and also on the for Oasis and Zell, there will be a much more detailed video. I would probably explain the whole support and resistance thing in 3 videos, because there are 3 sections to it to pay attention to. Once you watch that, I think that will give you a much better idea of what they are. But I'm pretty sure at this point you guys know Zell and Oasis. I think you guys have an idea, but there are a few things that you want to pay attention to on that one. And if I can cover that, it'll be worth the time. Okay, so this is this hasn't gone beyond that 3 level, so it's interesting. This one is pulling back right now. Might be a nice little opportunity for long on this one, but I want to see if it starts to curl back up. If it does pull back to the VWAP and then starts to reclaim 3, then maybe. Looks interesting. Right now might be an entry there. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on a sec. Okay, let's go and do that. So straighten it over 3. Very interesting. Okay. All right. Let's go back to that. So yeah, all my watch list is sorted. You like to trade the Russell 2000? IWM and AMD are pretty much the same as SPY. So they're gapping up, obviously. They are obviously the market small cap ETF, IWM, and AMD is obviously AMD. Yeah, I mean, look, whatever. Not my way is not always the right way for everybody, right? Everybody. In fact, you know, some of the people I've taught, they went on trading different sort of styles, different ways of trading. But the whole idea, once you get the whole idea of trading, like what the concept behind it, then you just always go with your whatever your character is, whatever you know most. Certain things you might know more than everybody else, so you go with that. Go with your strength. It's just everybody finds an edge at different areas of trading, different sectors, different styles, different environments. They find their edge. My edge, you guys know, right? Short the hell out of the stocks. Anything that moves, short them. No, that's not true. Just joking. Only specific ones. Oh, this neck thing is not. What's happening there? SPY. SPY has huge resistance. Hold on. Right there, about 411 to. Dude, SPY. Interesting. It's getting taken. The how much the. Wow. Huge numbers coming in. It's holding. No selling happening. More buying. It's taking that. Wow. Okay. SPY. This level here that we are seeing right now is quite strong, but it's taking that. It's taking that slowly, and it's just build. Look at this volume rising. Look at this volume. That's why you want a level to get taken out with a decent volume. Now, if that stays the same, oh, it's rejecting now. It's rejecting now. That level held. Okay, this is the level we need to watch. But then I think it's just, wow, it's aggressive thingy selling coming in. So we might see some sort of a pullback coming in on SPY, guys. We might see some sort of a pullback coming in. It'll be interesting if it does pop towards over 412. Roblox. Roblox looks good. Roblox is gapped up. For what reason is it gapping up? Obviously because everything else is gapping up. So SPY is gapped up big. So you will see everything gapping up. Let's have a look. Your Nvidia, your look at that MSFTs, your even like smaller Roblox, your Disney's. Your metas, even meta, which is basically weak overall. Look at that. Everything you will see will be gapping up because SPY is gapping up, right? So, and SPY is attacking that level again. Watch that. And it's actually getting rejected again from there, strangely. Interesting. Can't find anything, Zell. Well, that means just stay on your hands. What about NCPL? You don't like it? NCPL looks okay. NCPL, bro. Yeah, I mean that's what's holding, isn't it? That's what's holding here. This whole area is the gapping into resistance. But if it takes it out, yeah, that's the only one I'm watching as well for possible longs. The others, almost all of them are shorts. I mean shorting opportunities because they're not big caps, they're not large caps. To be honest, yes, SPY is moving, but with these kind of days, it's going to be very difficult to make something out of the big caps. Alright, as market is gonna open in about what, 2 minutes? Just under 2 minutes. So best of luck. Let's see where we go on the market today. So I'm watching NCPL as well. I want to see what it does around the open. Might be quick. Just if you're watching this, just be careful. This might produce something. The rest is not doing much, but yeah. SPY is also rejecting from that level, as I mentioned, this level here. That's what I was looking at. Look at this big pullback came from 412s and all the way to 410s, $2 move. So just watch that as well. I see drift coming in on SPY, guys. More move down. Yeah, best of luck, everyone. Market is open. Ding, ding, ding. Let's go. And there's more drift coming in on SPY. I'm gonna let things settle down, guys. I'm not gonna rush things. Just be careful, because at this point, huge money is involved in it. So the only thing I'm watching is NCPL. Let's watch that. Rent is pulled down, so that's looking decent. Oh, so this is drifting. NCPL is drifting. We might see some drift off coming in on this one. These usually could be faders, but just wait about half an hour or so on this one, because they do tend to go a little bit choppy. Right? They do usually go choppy, but it looks like it's really weak. So what it did was it took out that 320 level briefly. Maybe there was a lot of stops there, took the liquidity, and then just dropped. We might see some sort of a curling action later on, but it might be interesting later. At this point, I don't want to short it, to be honest, because it's not really sort of it's not a bad catalyst. But I'm going to keep an eye on for longs later. I'm still watching that, the curling back action. But I'm also watching the others that are looking not too bad. One of which is, well, SPY almost. NCPL is what we have here. NCPL looks like if it was an NCPL with earnings gap, I would have traded this short right now. Also CJJD, remember that one I was watching for short? Kind of missed it. From 550. God damn it. Oh, CCGD. This would have been really nice trade, guys. This probably would have been one of those trades. I was watching this, but this was so quick. This was so quick, man. Honestly, NCPL looks like a short. I keep saying that. NCPL looks like a short. I want it to pop. I want this to pop and see how long, how far it goes. And then I'm going to make up a decision on NCPL. Dude, it's not going to pop, is it? It's not going to pop. It's just going to drift down. Yeah. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. Yeah. Rent, keep an eye on, worth a watch. Rent for possible shorting opportunities. I'm mapping a lot on this. Okay, rent is not that cheap, not that expensive to borrow, so that's cool. That is cool. And also APVO. APVO is already done, right? APVO was already done. Yesterday we traded it really nicely. Yeah, it's already done. It's going beyond that, so no, it's gone now. It's gone. Let's have a look at the NCPL. Looks like it's coming up with a bounce on 200 EMA. Look at this snicker, right? Bounce on 200 EMA, bounce on 200 EMA. Although it might be a small one, but still a respect on that level, right? So that you don't have to trade off of the level. All you know is that's also a support area and a resistance area if the stock is under it, right? So you have to respect that level. So for example, if you were short from here anywhere, that's the perfect place to take your partials. Usually these sort of support and resistance lines, they're called dynamic SR levels. Dynamic levels usually, especially 200 area, is a good area to take partial on. If you're running a trade and it's winning, that's a perfect excuse. Doku as well. I was thinking of shorting, right? Yeah, that's it. Doku is looking good for a possible short as well, guys. We have some decent opportunities here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. I have on rent. Okay. On rent. Okay. Rent is looking good for a possible short. Doku is looking good for a possible short. We might see that NCPL bounce coming in. Doku is going for it. Oh, they are going without me these days, man. What the hell? Rent is the only one that's producing some sort of a price action that we can take. CJJD is also looking decent. Come on. What? I already. What is this? Anyways, it's acting up a little bit. Let's try again, see what happens. Locate required. What you mean? Locate required. What do you bloody have on it? 22. Okay, so I'm short on RENT with an average of 319. 319 average short on RENT. Rent, where are you? Sorry, I'm just a bit busy with that trade. So 319 average on RENT, guys. There it goes. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. 3, just before 3, perfect area to take some out. In fact, even now, if I can take some out, I will, for sure. Take me out. Take me out, you son of a gun. Take me out. Take me out. Dude, come on. When are you going to take me out? 305. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. All right, guys. I caught one. So basically on RENT 319 average and the partial is 304. So I took a few trades on it, added as well, but the average I'm just going to mark down, which was 319 average, right? 319 average with a partial of 304. Right, 304. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. Right. Okay. Maybe I should have listened to myself on NCPL. Look for shorts. This was the pop and then the drop. This is basically kind of like a clue that this wants to go fade off. Maybe I'll look for shorts on this one, guys. But it's just so right at the bottom of the range as well. So and SPY is also bouncing. Our RENT is doing really well. Doku is back actually. Doku just literally bounced back, V reversed on us. I didn't take that, but CJJD was a good trade. Nobody took it. CJJD was a nice little short. CJJD. This is where I was mentioning it, guys. And Oasis and Zell should know this. Beautiful, like clean. I don't care what it does now. Beautiful. And the one that I took is not as clean as the CJJD, but it's still now is looking much cleaner. But earlier, I took it for other reasons. Obviously, you can clearly see that from the elite. You should know why I took it. But this has more potential. That's what I'm gonna say. On daily charts, it's much better on this than I think CJJD. CJJD is already, and look, from this close all the way down to this gap, already there's a big move, and it's going down from this move all the way. It's done more than 50% of retracement. Yeah, it's a huge move down, but it has more room to go. It definitely has more room to go. So the only trade I'm in at the moment, RENT from 319s, one partial out. There might be an add point here, 304s. Just don't want to add chasing it, but it looks very nice for an add. Maybe I'll add it, guys. Oh, NCPL is moving, guys. NCPL. Just keep an eye on this one. Volume coming in on this. NCPL might be... yeah, this is why I didn't want to short it as well, because I was afraid that the main catalyst is strong on this one. Now, this is interesting, guys. If it does stay over VWAP, and especially if it starts to take out that 3, it could be a good potential long, but the trap is still there. So we could get trapped on it, 305s, 310s around this area, maybe even after that. Anybody who's longing this. But as it stands right now, it looks really nice. Why is it giving me locate this shit? I'm not even... something's up with my platform, guys. Let's put SPY here. Yeah, it's disconnecting somehow. All right. Rent. NCPL. NCPL is actually, I might start early on NCPL, guys. Volume rising. NCPL, I'm gonna start early, guys. Let's go NCPL. Let's go. Oh, my platform is freezing a lot. At this point, it needs to break this level here. If it doesn't, then it could have another fade off, guys. We need this to break, and if that breaks, then we might break the high of day as well. So that's looking kind of okay. Kind of okay. Hold on. Let's freaking go. That's why I use my laptop, not this bloody thing gets stuck all the time. Okay, let me just save this. Okay, guys, NCPL is doing really good. If anybody took it, and this broke actually that one, and then we're attacking the high of day. If that high of day breaks, guys, watch out for a squeeze. Buddy. Yeah. It's required to log in. Battery is running low. Typical, obviously. Alright, here we go, here we go. We're back in action. Let's go NCPL. We want that high to break. And also our ENT is not doing too bad. It's struggling at that 3 level. But once it breaks that, we will see some drift off, hopefully, for possible partials on it. So, we're looking good. Let's go. So, Okay. Alright, let's set up. This one is going slow. 3 is holding though on rent. 3 is holding. And we are also rejecting from high of day here. But this level could hold now. Okay. Come on, buddy. Come on, rent. Drop down, buddy. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go, rent. Let's go, rent. Let's go. Got on in a bad. The partial wasn't really good on rent. It's just really bad. As I was taking it, it just jumped, and I somehow put a market order on my partial, but that's fine. I was supposed to take it, I'll show you in a minute, but I'm watching also NCPL. Okay, I can update now, I can relax. Because I took my second partial from rent. The reason why I was busy is I'll explain you what happened. Got a bit busy today. Really nice. Very good, man. Well done. Congrats, congrats. Let's go, Snicker. Let's go, baby. I'm happy for you. So I am gonna hopefully take the third exit if this, and I'm also long from NCPL. Did I mention long on the NCPL? I forgot. My average is 290. I forgot about NCPL. If I haven't mentioned it, then sorry. But rent, definitely I did mention, and that is the trade. I took few here and then partialed out and added here, and then I was supposed to partial out here, but unfortunately I partialed out here, and now I'm waiting for it to drop a little bit more so I can take the third partial. And if I can get that, then we are looking too good on this one. It seems like it wants to do that. 285s, around 285s will be another partial coming in on this one. And then that's looking very juicy. Very, very juicy. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Rent. Come on. And also NCPL, guys. We are really looking good on this one. I just need this to hold now. That 3 needs to hold, right? Right now, we need to pay attention to this 3. This is also a good area, maybe to long it if you haven't longed it here. But you gotta be quick after it closes under 3. You might want to get a exit this thing, because there's a big battle going on, and anybody wins this is gonna either squeeze or drop. We might have a rug pull on this one, or we could get a squeeze. So either way, you've got to be very quick on it. So there we go. Bloody hell, 286. My order on Rent was for partial 286. It didn't trigger, unfortunately. Would have been really nice. Right there, the low was 286. It just didn't trigger it. Right there, it would have been really nice at that exit. That exit would have been perfect. I should have put 287. Yeah, 287. But then again, before 285, I wanted to put it. So I did give it 1 cent for a $2 or $3 stock. So I don't know what else could I have done. But still, looking really good. Let me just update you on this one. Yeah, this exit I'm not too happy about. This partial here, really not happy about it. Yeah, that's what I mean, like the rug pull came in. Oh, thank goodness I had a freaking thingy on it. Whew. Thank goodness I had a trailing stop on it. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I managed to escape that NCPL. Whoo-wee. Yeah, I was up quite a bit on it. I must admit, I was leaving some room. 290 was my actually trailing stop here, and I just took it out. For it was break even basically. So my average was actually 290, and then it just washed down. I wanted to put my stop under 3, but because it was hard stop, I needed to leave it some room. 290 was perfect. It took me out, and it just, yeah. If I hadn't, this was one of the trades that would have gotten you if you had mental stop. This time I got lucky, but usually I would have been stuck on this one. So for this one, I would have had to wait for it to bounce or create some sort of a swing so I can put my stop under. These are the type of trade that will get you -3, -2, -4 hours easily, right? If you're not quick. But because I'm watching it as well, I normally don't miss it. I probably would exit it very, very quickly here. But then I'm okay with that exit anyways. So that's why, this is a perfect example what I mentioned. If you're looking for longs on this one, or if you've taken longs on this one, just like me, you've got to be very quick on your exits, right? Rent is somehow bouncing, guys. Rent is bouncing. And above 312 will be my stop on Rent. So yeah, this is just chopped around. It just might have given up on the longs now. Okay, This might be a short here, guys. I want to try short on it, but I'm kind of afraid of this level here. I'm really afraid of this level here because it's the way it bounced from here, reversed, and then this bounce coming in. But right now, there is a short on it. APVO is going as well as PHVS. CJJD is going as well. So CJJD goes, then rent might also follow through on this one. So CJJD. Wow, CJJD is flying. Yeah, it's quite expensive as well to short this NCPL. Quite expensive. We're talking 25 cents. It's been strange today, guys. It's been strange. How? So there's just a short here, I think, but let's forget about that. I had a slight small loser on this one. I would call it break even from 290 to 290 basically. Yeah, it's break even. The other one, however, this bad boy, I was really looking forward to the third exit on this one. Okay. This one shorted here, pretty much over the stop. The VWAP was a stop. Okay. And let me just check my laptop. You know, when things like this happen, look at the laptop screen. It just completely died on me. Look at that, it's completely died. I think it's laptop's gone. So thank goodness I'm out of everything, but I wanted to check because I took a lot of trades on this. So I think I mentioned this. Let me just duplicate this. I shorted here, and then another ad was here, and then we took the second partial here, and the third partial was just around here. My limit order was 286. It did not trigger. If it had triggered, that would have been it. Like, I wouldn't had to trade anything else. That would have been the decent trade from 320s to 290s. Big percentage move, so I had some decent size on it. But anyways, it comes back, takes out that VWAP. I didn't take it out anything here. I took out on, I think on this candle or this candle, 312s on my average, or maybe just above my average, basically on the remainder of the position. It's a shame that I had I would say more than 50% of the position still on it because of these ads. But it would have been nice if I had. That's why I was saying if it would have been nice if I had taken that third partial, it would have been a good winner instead of a small winner, basically. But it is what it is. It's still a winner. I can't complain. But it's funny how my thingy is gone now. The laptop's gone. Paying the rent. I think I just destroyed my laptop. Okay, I managed to turn it off. Let's see if it comes back on again. So I traded only 2 tickers today. 2 tickers with, it could have been really bad, especially with this one. Where is it? NCPL. Okay, the NCPL, my average was 290 here. I started a bit early with this volume. I do that normally. And I added to it, and then basically 290 average. And then I was watching this. And the way it was doing here, what it was doing here was just perfectly fine. There was nothing wrong with that. And I was watching that 3 level. And if this had broken that high of day, it would have been a massive trade, because that would have squeezed out all the short sellers. But it didn't. This happened so quick that instead of taking under 3, my actual hard stop got stopped out on it, because I had my hard stop just under where I was supposed to take it out, and it just took it out. I was kind of lucky to be having hard stop here. Normally I don't. Say, for example, if this happened and I wasn't able to take it out here, with my manual exits, then I would have been stuck on it. So this could have been a bigger 2R loser. 2R loser, not 2R, maybe more than, at least close to 2R losers if I were to take out somewhere here, or even here. It would have been 1.5 loser, right? If I were to put it here under the low of the day, that's when it would have been over 2R loser, because from 290 all the way to 260 My average stop is about 20 cents. So that's 40 cents almost. So yeah, that would have been a big loser, which it didn't. That's really good. And yeah, not a bad day, but very strange day for sure. Let me just have a look at my laptop. Oh, it works. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Thank God it works. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, so I wouldn't say it was a great day as yesterday. Still a good day, I would say. Lesson learned. Few things. The screen is still freaking flackering on this. Something wrong with it. The good old-fashioned banging on the... Yeah, I think something wrong with this one. I gotta replace this thing. I love it though. This is so lightweight and powerful as well. Anyways, get out of here. Nice one, Zell. We might have, it's just the same sort of mentality, right? Same sort of mentality, bro. Dude. Dude. Exactly. The entries are very similar. I took it a bit early. My average is 290. The only thing is, because you're a scalper, this is where you kind of beat me, is because you managed to take out that exit, 2 of them. Very nice area. The second one is a bit early. Under 3 would have been nice, but then you would have been stuck with this dump, right? But that first exit, definitely. And I did look for that first exit because of the high of their rejection, for sure. That was completely viable exit, even without scalping, right? But because I had rent, and at the same time, rent was, let me show you, 949, and I think 949 right there. You see this entry here? You see this ad here on rent? That's what I was doing, and it just, that's why you gotta be like, I'm okay with watching 2 stocks, on trading 2 stocks, because I have a layout that shows at least 2 level 2s, 2 time and sales, and 2 charts basically. So I can keep track of 2 stocks, but it happened so quickly. And when I wanted to take it, it was too late. And I was trying to, I was like hoping, come on, go. This one went, and I tried to take it. I just couldn't take it. On the limit, I always like to hit the limit. So I just my limit didn't get hit, and I just didn't want to chase it. And after that, it never went. And then I thought, okay, well, I'm not going to be taking it here. I'm not going to be taking it here. Might as well wait for it to pull back and see what it does. And I saw what it did. Thank goodness I got out at that break even. But overall, a great trade, as you can see. Really nice. Very nice. Respect. If you had the stop there, definitely respect that. Otherwise, look at this. Your stop was 3, let's say 3 or 5s or 3s. You would have had to exit 280s, 270s if you were still, disciplined enough to get out of it. Some people would just freeze. In this case scenario, what will happen is, let's say you didn't have a stop here under 3, right? You don't have a stop here. This one comes through, and then now your stop, especially if you haven't encountered these kind of situations, you will be like frozen. Especially if you had big numbers and you hadn't taken any out, right? And you just stuck. And right here, as it breaks, you will take your stop out. You will give up on it and say, I'm done. and then that's when it's gonna bounce. It's funny, man. This business is really funny, but overall, generally, really good trade from Zell and myself as well. Really good trade, and yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Love it. So this trend line basically really acted like proper resistance area here, here, and it just did not get violated at all. It did, but it didn't close above it, so that's when it is proper violation of the level. It looked like the dump was coming. Yeah, I was actually I was mentioning that. So I was saying, look, if you gotta be quick on this one, if you're long on it, you gotta be able to exit very quickly, because that rug pull is gonna come in if that doesn't get taken out very quickly, which it did perfectly. So yeah, we've seen. Look, even in my stream, right, Zell? How many times have you seen this? Right, lots of times, right? So that tells you something. And Snicker is basically showing his P&L. Well done, Snicker. First of all, congrats. I'm happy for you. But please try and sort of post your chart entries and exits. All we need is that. Well, we don't need the numbers, dollar numbers, because that puts too much emphasis on the P&L, on the dollar. And we want to concentrate on the process. All right. So please, if you can, post the charts with your entries and exits, if you can, just like Zell did, or you can even mark it up. But obviously, if you're not honest with yourself, you're gonna mark it up, and then you're tricking yourself. That's why I will tell you what it is. Like I might share the chart of these trades that I took today later, but these ones, look, I'm marking for myself, so that if I make a mistake, right? For example, over here, 1 cent was my partial. It didn't take it. You got to be transparent. You got to tell the way it is. And if you hadn't taken a profit, then you hadn't, right? In this case. But we calculate things in hours. Now, if you don't know anything in hours, let me quickly go through that, and then we'll be done for the stream. Okay. We calculate things in hours. And is he still here? Zell, I kind of was hoping as well for it to break that high of day as well, because that would have been a decent trade for me as well. Trust me, it would have been like back-to-back days of really good greens. But just remember, from a really good green day, which was yesterday for me, can come a big red day. So I'm always aware of that. So that's why I'm very, very careful. Well, anyways, stream is going to be over. And I think, yeah, hopefully that's it. Maybe something good tomorrow. Again, every day we've got to grind it out. And if there is a setup strategy that's being in play, we take it. Why? Because we trust the process, right? We trust the process. We don't trust what happened the last two trades, right? We try not to put emphasis on that. As much as you want to ignore that, you're a human being. You will remember that. But as long as it's not affecting you on that specific trade you're taking. For example, you might have a really good past few days of good trading. What it makes you is a very, very lazy trader. or careless trader, and that's when you mess up. As long as those 2 good days haven't affected you on the 3rd day, you're good to go. Look at the rent, guys. And where did I say I exited? I believe I exited on the 312, 313, somewhere there. Yeah, basically it was average of these. Yeah, so break even. This seems like it wants to go again, guys. Might be interesting, this one, because it has been running and it just still continues to want to run. Continues to want to run. Yeah, I mean that's pretty normal, Zell. It's something you got to work on, and I'm still working on it after years of practicing that. It just is a little bit easier. It gets a little bit easier. You never get rid of it. However, it's something good as well. Something good comes from it as well. Like for example, let's say you're in the mid section of your career, trading career, which when I say that, it's like about 2, 3, 4 years after you've started trading and decent trading hours, right? Every day. You need that confidence. When you have good green days, it brings confidence in your setup, in your strategies, in your edge. That's what helps you raise the bar when you need to. A lot of people ask me, how do you basically go from, let's say, how do you raise up your position, right? It's those kind of days that build up your account, that builds your confidence up, and it's easier then to raise up 10, 20, 50% even with your positioning. So there's always a good thing about it, for sure. Yeah, that's what I was looking at, NCPL. NCPL is chopping around. Look at this. The fact that it's holding here, Zell, this is interesting because something it's not really going down. This level is holding. So I think this has the potential to, like squeeze, even trap, as long as it's staying within this range. It's creating this. Let's have a look at 5 minutes. I want to look at the 5 minutes here. So let's have a look at 5 minutes. We are getting a little bit of a. This was a pre-market nice little flag breakdown, but this also could mean that if this trend line breaks, volume is coming on 5 minutes as well, but that rejection came in 295.3. Look, if it breaks that 3, Zell, there's another opportunity there for the high of day, at least for the high of day. That's 20 cents for you. If that 3 breaks, you will start to see, as it goes towards that 3, you will start to see numbers come in on level 2. And if those level 2 starts thinning out, maybe even going for early entry, but being very quick on it would be ideal. But I'm not going to be trading it, but I'm done for the day, guys. Slight green, I believe, which is fine. Could have been a good green, but tomorrow's another day. I want to trade this though. I want to stay trading this one more time maybe, because it is. Dude, I want to take this, guys. I want to take this. Just worried about that 295's 3 areas, this area here. Um, 292, just be careful with that 3 area. 292 is, I think, Yeah. Now, if it goes over 295s, if it goes over 295s, yeah. Now it looks good, Zell. Now it looks good. If it goes over 295s, which seems like it wants to, right? Or maybe not. Anyways, that's fine, man. If you're busy, I think I probably will be busy myself as well. If anything, it will be the last week of trading for me for the December time. I usually take a long time off on December. You know that. This is looking good, guys. Okay, 294. I'm in 294. And why not? One more time, guys. 294. Just can't help myself. Just gonna pay attention to it. I might be quiet a bit. It's getting a bit sold off from 3. If it breaks that 3, I might add to it. This is a starter for me, by the way. Starter for me. 3 breaks. I will add to it. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Yes. Come on. Break that 3. Wants to break that 3 though. Okay. Adding. 298. I believe 298. Just a bit early. That's fine. And let's see how much of a pullback it does. Yeah, I don't want it to be taking out 292. That's 290, around 290s basically. So let's go and take that 3 out, break that 3. I can add more. Break that 3. It's holding off though. It's 295. Okay. Let's go. We've got some numbers on the asks. Okay, we have got some numbers. 5,700, 2,000, 5,700. Okay, so that's rejecting, by the way. So gotta be careful on the cook. I'm gonna be very quick on the exit on this. Might as well put some hard stop as well, just in case. It's taking long time, longer than I expect, so I might exit very quickly, guys. But we do have 294 that's holding, so if 294 gives up, I'm out. If 294 starts to give up, I'll be out on this one. It was just supposed to be a quick one. 295s are getting taken out. 294s will get lots of reds, lots of selling happening. But it has potential. It really has potential. Okay. $295s are holding. 295s are holding. Sorry, 94s. If 94 gives up. Yeah, I'm out. Yeah. So 290, I think I got 294 or 3, I think. Pretty much break even. Yeah, it looked like another rug pull coming in. Same sort of price action, but the shorter version of this one. If you pay attention to it, this whole thing happened here, right? That's why I said like three break is quite crucial. So we might have to wait on the 3 break for another opportunity on this one. I think 3 break would be ideal. We started early for sure. That's why I exited early as well. I did add about 298s around here, but that's just still not much. 298s, yeah, that's where I added. Because what I saw over there was, look at this volume came in, yeah, volume came in and it was kind of about to break that 3, but somehow it didn't. There was a hidden seller there. So yeah, that's great. I think that's it. I will leave it as it is, guys. I think that's me done for the day. There's no point in trying to find something that's not there. Although this one, I wouldn't stay if there was no opportunity. There seems to be an opportunity on this one. As long as this area is holding, later we might see good opportunity on this one. Just bear that in mind. If you are staying, keep an eye on this. 3 breaks. We might see more opportunities coming on this one. And when I leave, that's when it's going to come. So, peace. Or peace, whatever it is. All right, guys, take it easy. I'll see you tomorrow, 8 a.m. EST. Until then, stay safe. And best of luck with the match today. All right, guys. Cheers. SMMT. Hold on. Zell is saying SMMT. Hold on. I'm not going anywhere. SMMT. Oh, wow. Okay, daily looks interesting. Yeah, it broke. It broke. Right now, it's kind of like in the middle of nowhere. There was a really nice area here for a beautiful, beautiful trend line break right there. But not for me. It's kind of... No. Not for me. I'm more interested in this one though, NCPL. Later, watch this, guys. I think 3 break would be nice on this one. Anyways, see you later. Ciao, guys.